Hello, 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 hello. Where are the people at? Happy Friday night, yeah, yeah. Hi, guys. Hello, hello. Gonna go ahead and wave. 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 Hi, guys. Oh, looks like we have a special guest. Let's see. Let's see who's coming through. No? Oh, look who's here.
Hey. Nice to
It's
see you, Jeffy.
Look, everybody, it's Bernadette. Oh, and she's having tea.
I'm having a spot of tea.
Yeah, how properly British of you.
Absolutely.
And red-blooded American, I'm having a Budweiser. So,
Typical.
tea. I'm gonna enjoy my beer.
Friday. I think you're doing the proper thing. I'm just relaxing.
Right, but it's very late where you are, correct?
True. Yes, it is about 11 p.m. at the moment.
All right. Only 6 p.m. here. So, cool. Bernie, we've got 63 people so far. Oh, looks like somebody from Liverpool is representing.
From Liverpool. Okay. Hello, home brother.
Liverpool won the English Premier last night.
Yes, I saw them. They had a very big celebration.
Yeah, I don't know how smart that was given the current condition, but
That's true.
Bernie, is everyone there in England wearing their mask in public?
Yes, in fact, I have my own fabric face mask and I don't go outside without it.
Hey, excellent. You see, Bernadette is an intelligent person. If you are going outside, guys, remember, wear your mask. It's super so important. I don't understand. All right, we've got Argentina. Liverpool won the Premier League. Nice. So we're going to give it just a few minutes, let a few more people join, and then let's get started. For those of you who do not know, I'm still in Chile. Bernadette is back in England, but we, through technology, can do this together.
Bring yourself to you.
Yeah, but I won't be in Chile very much longer. That's for sure. All right, yeah, we're up to 70. Let's see if we can get to about 80, 85. Oh, we dropped 69. All right. So yeah, I just mentioned, guys, I'm not going to be in Chile very much longer because I will be moving to the city of Boston. Go Sox.
Nice hat.
Thanks. You know, I'm a Red Sox fan. So unfortunately, I will be moving to the United States very soon, but that does not mean I won't be here with you. I will continue to see you on a weekly basis. Excellent. So Bernie is joining us tonight because tonight we are going to have a discussion about American English and British. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Is it tea time?
It is a little bit late for tea time. Normally tea time is about 5 p.m. I'm breaking the rules a little bit here, but tea time is any time.
Yeah, in Britain, tea time is anything. And I'm seeing a comment from Pablo Nalbi. Yankees or nothing? No, Pablo. Red Sox. Go Sox. All the way. The last Red Sox game I was at actually was the Red Sox versus Yankees. And guess who won? The Red Sox. Thank you. So, enough about baseball. Take me with you. All right. So, guys, Bernie's joining us tonight, like I said, because tonight we are going to be discussing differences between American and British English. So we're going to take this in 3 rounds, probably, and then we're going to open up to questions. So if you all have questions about pronunciation, spelling, word differences, vocabulary, anything like that, definitely let us know. there are a lot of people who like your tea time, Bernie. Are you able to see the comments there?
Yeah, I can see them going down there. Hello, Pablo.
Yeah. Sucks, you say it. No, go Sox, Pablo. Yeah. Oh, well, actually, let's start with that because it says, I'm only a fan of football and tennis. I don't say football, I say soccer. Bernie, what do you call it?
I say football. Soccer is not in my vocabulary, unfortunately.
In the United States, it's soccer. So, nice. We've got Peru, Colombia, Argentina. We've got quite an audience. So,
Hello, Maria. Or Eugenia, my student from Argentina.
there you go. Maria Juarez, enjoy your tea. I am drinking homemade beer. Yes, Ezekiel, I like homemade beer. Send me one, Ezekiel. I like beer. Send me some beer, man. I'll try your beer. Promote it. But I hope everybody's doing well. It's Friday, finally. But let's get started. What do you say, Bernie? You want to get started?
I'm ready to start. Let's get cracking.
All right. So we're gonna start with some basic vocabulary differences. This is something that me and Bernie have argued about for a year now. Yes, craft beer for you. Super. Give it to me. So let's start. Today I had to go downstairs to the first floor of my building.
This one gets me going. We do not say first floor in the UK. We say the ground floor because it is on the ground.
Correct. Yeah. However, in American English, we're going to call it the first floor. So there's your first difference. I'll give you another example. Hopefully, most of you are watching tonight because you saw our advertisement on Instagram.
Okay, so again, guys, you shouldn't be saying advertisement. It is advertisement. Say again, advertisement.
Yeah, according to her. For me, advertisement. Now, those are just a couple of differences, but let's get started with some of the major vocabulary differences. So I've got here, I hope everybody can see these. In Spanish, ascensor. American English, elevator. British English, lift. Okay?
Don't you think lift makes more sense? Because technically it's lifting you off the ground.
I understand, but unfortunately, no. It also elevates you off of the ground.
Okay, that's a good point. But by saying lift, you're using less syllables. It's a lot easier to say.
Well, and very similar that I will say I am currently in my apartment and you are currently in your
flat. Again, saving syllables.
Saving syllables. That's what it's all about, I guess. Okay, so a question for you, Bernie. If I said first floor in England, would you understand what I'm trying to say, or will you see me like,
Okay, so if you said this to me, I would be going to the one above the ground floor. So if you wanted to meet me on the first floor, I couldn't find you. I would be somewhere totally different.
You would be on the second floor.
Yes, essentially.
So basically, you see there, what Bernie is admitting is that British people cannot count. Sorry.
I do prefer English over numbers, I will admit.
All right, so let's go through a few more examples. We have, I say, and I wrote mine in blue, and in honor of, I don't know if you can tell the color difference, in honor of Bernadette's former hair color, I put the British purple, okay? So,
thank you.
Say in American English, garbage or trash, whereas in England, Bernie, will you pronounce this?
We say rubbish.
Rubbish, all right. I'm going to say a vacation. After quarantine, I need a vacation, whereas Bernadette is going to need a
summer holiday, specifically.
Holiday.
Holiday.
Holiday soon, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Now, Hopefully when you're on holiday, maybe you'll take a ride in a truck or
A lorry, which does sound like the name Lori if you were gonna say it with your mediocre accent, but that's just me.
what does it mean?
Just
Lori,
saying.
American English is typically the name of a girl. But yeah, I should be probably wearing a sweater right now because it's a little cold here in Chile. What is the weather like there?
Well, it's actually been quite hot, so I would not be wearing a jumper.
There you go. Had a sweater on earlier. All right, let's see. Bernie, I'm gonna have this cookie. What would you
Honey,
call it?
that isn't a cookie. That's not a cookie. It is a biscuit. This is a biscuit, but if you were having the standard biscuit with chocolate chips inside, we call that a cookie. But every other type is a biscuit.
So this is a biscuit.
That's a
Okay.
biscuit.
But if it has chocolate chips, then it's a cookie.
Then it's a cookie.
That makes no sense.
It does. You know that song, Can't Keep Your Hands Out the Cookie Jar? I think of, you know, like the biscuits with the chocolate chips.
But you just called it a biscuit. Is it a biscuit or is it a cookie?
I think about these problems every day, you know? So even I don't know the answer to that.
All right, perfect. You have a question, Bernie,
I have
from...
a little question there asking which part of England is my accent from, and I just wanted to give a bit of information about that. So this is what we would call the standard Southern BBC accent. This is what you will hear a lot on the TV. So news broadcasters will have this accent, but mainly in the South, you'll hear this.
Yeah, you're just outside of London, correct?
I'm on the South Coast in a city called Brighton. You may have heard of it.
Brighton Beach, or no?
Brighton Beach.
Yeah. All right. So, few examples there. Let's go. So, cookie. I call it a cookie. She calls it a biscuit. French fries, which everybody loves, papas fritas.
Mm-hmm.
Guys in England. They're called.
Which causes a lot of confusion.
Actually, I have a very good friend in Malta, and yesterday he sent me a picture of his food, his lunch, and you know what he lunch?
What's he having?
Fish and chips.
Perfect.
Because Malta used to be a British colony, so there's a lot of British influence in Malta.
Yeah. Similar to Gibraltar.
Yeah. So, see, and here's the problem though. I call these chips. These are chips. See those? So what do you call these?
Now here's another small difference. I would call these specifically tortilla chips.
Okay.
But if you have the other fried variety, the ones that aren't so thick, we call these crisps.
Yeah. So here you are. Crisps. And guys, end of the class, I'm going to ask you to vote. So stay tuned. Okay, so I would call them chips. She calls them crisps. Typically here in Chile lately, we have to stand in line. We have to stand in line for the supermarket. Whereas Bernie would, what do you say, queue up?
We say queuing. We actually have a whole sort of verb on its own. We would say we are queuing.
Queuing in line.
And the British are famous for their queues and their queuing.
All right. Excellent. All right. If you drove to the supermarket, I would say put your car in the parking lot. But Bernie has a really big problem with parking lot. We've had this discussion before. She would put her car in the...
in the car park. Again, hashtag save your syllables, car park. Shorter and sweeter.
There you go. I'm sure several people would agree with you. Hold on. Somebody just asked, they are in a relationship? No. 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 We are
We
just
have a love-hate relationship, especially with this US versus UK.
beautiful, beautiful relationship, but no. All right, and let's take a look at the last silverware. So in Spanish, cuchara, cuchillo, tenedor, any of that. In American English, I'm going to say silverware, okay? And Bernie is very intent on saying
Cutlery.
cutlery, cutlery, right? Maybe I can, hold on. How do you call the biscuit from Boyangles? Bernie, do you understand that one?
I do not, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, Negritillo09, can you specify what you mean? You're getting some love. Love Brighton. Bernadette, speak like...
Benjab is right there. Eggplant is American and aubergine is British. That's very true.
Okay. I'm not seeing that. Maybe your comments are going faster than mine. Hold on. By the way, if you want the United Kingdom, I'd rather go to London, Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham. Yeah, okay. Fish and chips, a classic. What you prepare at home are chips. Parking lot, car park, cutlery, silverware. Although silverware is used for trophies. So.
Boyangles is a fast food restaurant.
Yeah. Binjab 543 whatever. The R is rarely pronounced in British English. Yes, we're about to get to round 2 in pronunciation. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Boyangles is a fast food restaurant?
Apparently so. That's what I just saw, what I just read.
And then I just see the British English is a copy of America. Actually,
I got a problem with that.
the British invented the language. That's why it's called England, and they speak English. We are the ones who took it and changed it. Pardon me, British, excuse me, American. Yeah, we can say that. You say pardon me, right? You wouldn't say excuse me.
Oh, I was raised to say pardon me, and if I didn't, it's bad manners. So I always say pardon me, yes.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
There's be another question here as well, if the word holiday can be used for patriotic days, and yes, so we have national holidays as well. We use the same word for this.
Yeah, I actually listened to that Madonna song today. My roommate was listening to it. Holiday.
I was thinking of that.
Let's see. Cheers from Argentina. Thank you. What's the difference between squirrel and chipmunk?
Squirrels are everywhere in British parks. Unfortunately, I don't have the pleasure of seeing chipmunks in the UK. I think you find those more in the United States.
Only in certain parts of the United States would we find a chipmunk. I think only in the north of the United States and in Canada, where I'm from.
You don't see them where you're from?
I'm from Oklahoma, and in the southern United States, we do not have forests, so we don't really have chipmunks. So let's see. All right, we're gonna move on to round 2.
Okay.
We're gonna get to that. We're about to go into pronunciation. All of these words you're saying, guys, water, potato, tomato, we got them.
I can't wait.
So let me adjust my camera maybe so we can all see all of these words. Hope everybody can see these. As Bernie pours her tea.
Very important.
Yeah. How do you say holiday day in USA? We just say a holiday. So if it's a national day, like 4th of July, Christmas, Thanksgiving, those are all holidays for us in American English as well. But when we go on a trip for maybe 2 weeks to the Caribbean, for me, that's a vacation. Now for Bernadette, that's going to be a holiday. Yeah, going on holiday because we use vacation. Bernie, is cracker the same as biscuit?
Sorry, a cracker is not a biscuit. A cracker is simply a cracker.
Right. Same in American English. So looky there, we have something in common. All right, so I'm going to go through this list of words. We are going to go through this. Bernie, you can see all of these, okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so basically we're going to go back and forth. I'm going to give you the American pronunciation, and Bernie will give you the British pronunciation. There were comments earlier about British people not using the R, and that's very true. You're going to
And
hear
you're
that.
about to hear very heavily.
So I don't know which side is better for me to be on. Maybe this side.
Yeah.
So let's start with the most common, and that is water.
Water.
Did you hear that, guy? He doesn't pronounce the R. She makes it sound like AH. What is that? What is that? Wait, what's the difference between Bank Day and National Day? Are they the same?
So I think you might be referring to a bank holiday, which in the United Kingdom is a day such as a Monday normally that we have, no one goes to work, and it's normally an extended weekend. We have about 5 of these in the year. Everyone loves them.
Oh yeah, we actually have that this weekend here in Chile. Monday is a holiday, but it's a religious holiday, not a bank holiday. All right, so water, one more time.
Water.
Water. And water. And Benjab loves pronunciation. All right, what about this? I have one here. What is this? A tomato.
That is a, oh, it's not a tomato, it's a tomato.
Tomato.
Peter Parker, I've seen that as well. Peter Parker.
Oh, okay. All right, here we have hard.
Hard. Ah. Like you're going to the dentist. Ah. Hard.
Okay, car.
Car.
Yeah. You guys hear that difference? All right, pour.
Pour. As in, I also pour my tea.
Okay, or ¡Abre! In Spanish. Pero ¡abre! Okay, here we have market.
Market.
Okay. Are you guys listening to the R there? Yeah. Potato.
Potato.
Sounds very similar. You don't say potato.
We don't say potato, so there are some irregular pronunciation patterns, I would say. But, we don't say potato, we say potato.
Well, because it's interesting, because my friend in Malta that I mentioned, apparently they say patata.
Oh man, that's new to me. I have never heard that.
Benjab, I see your comment. You're not offending me, I promise you. No worries. But apparently Benjab loves the British. All right. Here I would say vendor.
Vendor.
Vendor. Yeah. All right. What about this? Pasta.
This is what I had for supper this evening, and I would say pasta.
Pasta. Pasta. Okay. I would say, how would you say this actually? Take this word.
Oh boy, this one sounds very different to you, but we say route.
Okay. I would say route. Zebra.
Zebra. Zebra.
Zebra. It's a zebra. All right. What is the continent of Asia?
Asia. I think that's very
You
similar.
say that? Asia? You don't say Asia.
Asia. I'm going to Asia for my summer vacation. Asia.
Asia. Okay. Now, the next one you do, and this one drives me crazy, because in British English, you pronounce this H.
Herb. Yeah,
Yeah.
this one gives me the tingles. This is probably my least favorite word with the differences. It's herb. And how do you say it?
And if Ted's watching, I know that Ted feels the exact same way. We cringe at this, because in American English, this H is silent. We do not pronounce it. It is herb. Herbs and spices. Yeah?
Don't listen to this, guys. Pronounce your H's. It's very important.
Oh, so pronounce your H's, but don't pronounce your...
Pronounce your beginning H's.
Oh, okay, yeah. And if it's an R at the word, then pronounce it like AH. British English makes... okay, Bernie, take this word. How would you pronounce this in British English?
Now, this one is interesting. If you're from the south, you would normally say bars. If you're from the north, you would say bass.
Okay, so very
But
similar. In American English, we're going to say vase. Yeah, it's
Okay.
very sort of stuffy to say vase. Put the flowers in a vase. No, it just doesn't sound good. So we say, all right, a big party. How would you pronounce that one?
I cannot see that word. Could you please? I would say gala. Gala.
Gala. Okay.
Gala.
No, I would say a gala. Gala. What
Gala.
about,
Okay. Data.
I would say
Data.
Data.
Data. Data. I've run out of data on my phone, on my cell. Sorry. I'm very nasty doing this, but it doesn't sound good.
If anybody is paying attention to home, one of the major differences between British and American English is that American English is much more through the nose, right? So I think you can hear with that word, Bernie will say data. It's very coming from the throat, whereas I say data, and that sound is coming from my nose. Data. Hey, data. That's one thing that will often say is that when you speak with an American accent, you have to speak through your nose. And it's true. It is very, very true. So data, data. I would say basil. You were going to say?
Basil. This is another one that's quite different. Basil. I put basil with my spaghetti bolognese.
All right, there you go. I would say banana.
Banana.
Banana. So you see, she is going to stress that second banana. No, banana.
Banana.
So American English through the nose. Banana. All right. Bald. You say bald?
Bald. I say bald.
Bald. Bald. It's all...
So for example, my brother is very bald.
Okay. I am not bald. Bald.
You got a beautiful head of hair, Jesse.
Head of hair. Yes. Thank you. Take this word, Bernie. How would you say this?
Often.
Okay. Often. Notice there, he pronounces the T. In American English, we just say often. So the T for us, not pronounced, silent. So what about here? And I know this is a small version. It's actually a Clementine.
We call that a satsuma. What you're holding, we call that a satsuma.
You don't call it a Clementine?
We have two variants. We have clementines and we have, more commonly in the UK, satsumas.
All right.
That's what we call them.
How would you pronounce that?
Orange. Orange.
Yeah. All right. Not so dissimilar. Would you say either or either?
I would say either, personally, but it doesn't change too often. Normally you can choose how you want to pronounce this one, at least in the UK. Either or either.
Okay. And neither or neither?
Neither.
Okay.
For me, at least.
I say neither. Neither one. Neither one. So we have some similarities. All right. This word. Let me see that.
Run.
Wrath. Okay.
Wrath. Wrath. No, about it. Wrath.
That's what American English is through the nose. British English with that A is more from the vocal cords.
Right.
And I see that there's a reflection here. This word is vitamin. There's a V here.
Vitamin. I take my vitamins.
No, it's a vitamin. Vitamin. I need the sunshine. Vitamin D. Not
Can someone give me some support in the comments here. Send up those British flags, please. Need some support here.
You send stars and stripes, American flags all the way. Guys?
Send the British flag up.
English American is better than British. Thank you, GTD 5347.
Trade.
I'll send you your check later, GTD. Okay, we have Patriot. Would you say?
Patriot.
You would say Patriot.
We say Patriot too.
You would say Patriot. No?
I don't say Patriot personally. I say Patriot, but you might find some people in the UK that say Patriot.
Okay. So in the United States, we have a president. Well, that's kind of a joke right now. President. But in the UK, you have a royal family, and they are part of a dynasty.
They're part of a dynasty. I think you're mixing this up. You need to read a few more books, Jesse.
Yeah, they're a dynasty. They are, yeah, not dynasty. Dynasty.
I promise.
All right, take this word. How would you say this one?
I like to go out and have my leisure time on the weekend. Leisure.
In American English, when we see this EI, we pronounce it lee. Leisure, not leisure. Yeah, lee.
Leisure.
As I've emphasized before, American English is more through the nose. So leisure, leisure. Okay. If you notice that, Bernadette is using more of the vocal cords and saying leisure. There's no sound coming from the nose. That's a big difference between American and British English. Privacy.
And I say privacy.
Okay, so again, guys, you notice there, privacy, privacy. And she says privacy. All right. How would you take this one? Can you see that?
Ooh, I would say missile.
Okay, and
Missile.
I would missile. Missile. Okay.
That's so fast. That's so quick.
Missile. Just
Missile. Missile.
Yeah.
Missile.
missile. Missile.
Missile.
Here.
Oh, man. Okay, we say mobile, and I know what's coming next.
Mobile.
Ugh.
Mobile.
This doesn't sound good to me. It really doesn't.
Mobile phone. Mobile. Oh, mobile.
Don't you call it a cell anyway?
Sorry?
Don't you call it your cell phone instead of your mobile phone?
We do. Cell phone or a mobile phone.
Okay.
Mobile phone. But typically, yeah, cell phone.
Okay.
How would you take this word here?
I would go to the store and use my coupon. My coupon.
Yeah, coupon. Yeah, very similar. You wouldn't say coupon.
No, I've never heard anyone say coupon in this case.
In my British accent, I would say coupon. Oh, can I use the coupon, please? No? No?
No, I haven't heard this.
Okay.
Thank
Here.
you, Bernadette, for calling me Lady Bernadette. I feel like a lady with my tea. Thank you.
Yeah, you're getting some love. Benjab is loving your pronunciation.
Thank you, Benja.
How would you pronounce this?
Envelope.
I would say envelope. Envelope.
You also have an off-velope, if you're saying envelope.
I know it should be
That was just a bad thing.
but in American English, it's on. Envelope, not envelope. Now, I know that this one is a big one. In American English, we pronounce the CH in schedule as a K sound. And in England, there's the CH. So Bernadette, would you please take this word?
So we sometimes say schedule. Personally, I prefer to say schedule, but many people say schedule. It's quite difficult to say, I think.
Why is that? Does it depend on the part of the country that you're from?
This one is similar to either or either. It's a matter of personal preference. It doesn't have as much influence.
Okay. In the United States, though, nobody will say schedule. We are going to pronounce that CH as a hard K sound. Schedule.
Okay.
And then finally, this word here.
I'm sorry, I cannot see it. Could you please tell me how you would say the word?
I would say amen.
Oh man, I would say amen. Amen. Oh man, amen.
Said, let's just say amen.
Amen.
So,
End of round 2.
amen. Yeah, end of round 2. I'd rather schedule. Okay, with a hard K. Man, Binjab's going back and forth. He doesn't want to offend me. He loves your accent, but then he prefers some of my words.
Hey, he's dominating the comment section.
Oh, which that's what we want. Differences between schedule and roster. A schedule, Kath Sepulveda, in Spanish, a schedule is un horario, and a roster typically is going to be just a list of names. A roster is, I don't know, is a roster different in England?
We don't use the word roster. We consider it quite a United States thing. We don't use it.
Oh, there you go.
We might say rota. We do say rota. This might be something similar. I might be wrong.
Okay. Bernie, there might be an idea coming through for your live class. It says, one day, can you teach us the difference between British English and Irish English?
Now, I'm not going to brag, but I do a killer Irish accent. So maybe we could reveal this if we go ahead and do this live class idea. So thank you for the recommendation.
Yeah. Schedule and timetable. Timetable, I would say, is typically for maybe a train, something that comes with frequency, or no?
Yeah, I would say so. We used to call our school schedule a timetable. We wouldn't say schedule, so our subjects for the day, we would call it a timetable, at least here. Okay.
Yeah, we in the United States, we would not use the term timetable. It's your schedule. Please do the Irish now. Show us your Irish accent.
I think we should save this for the British and Irish accent differences. I think this could be a nice thing to look forward to.
I think that you're going to disappoint some people. Just going to say.
I can try and say one word, maybe. Something like potato. So if I said potato in my regular accent, and Irish, I hope this goes well, might sound like potato. Potato. They say it like potato.
Potato. You sound like one of the characters from Titanic.
That's fine. That's fine. It means it's authentic.
Okay, there you go. Can you do a Scottish accent?
Oh, I'm not bad at Scottish. I can try. I'm from Glasgow. I'm from Scotland.
Okay.
I'm from Scotland. I like tartan.
At the top of the show, so if anybody wants to hear, I can try my best Boston accent and be like, Bernadette's English is wicked smart. It's wicked, wicked awesome. Wicked smart. That's my best Boston accent. Is this American English or British English? It is both. That's what we're talking about tonight. Differences between the two. Accents, vocabulary, pronunciation, and spelling. So, let's see. All right, so I'm kind of through the comments. So let's get to the last section. And then, guys, we're going to take some time and answer all of your questions you have. Bernie, I'm going to ask you to help me out on this one, especially with this spelling. I didn't provide examples, and your posh accent as well. But here, let me take the other side. Again, I put the American English here in blue and the British ending in purple in honor of Bernadette's former hair color. So
I do miss it. I do.
So I think any word that ends in OR in American English, color, for example, is going to end in O-U-R in British English.
Yes.
And that's true for all of our words, correct?
Yeah, so that is very true. So words such as color, flavor, humor, at least in British English, will end in O-U-R. And this is because the British spelling tends to borrow a lot from other European-based languages, whereas the American English tends to spell it how it sounds. We have a lot of French influence on our spelling still.
You do. We could do a whole class about that as well. But if you notice there, guys, the pronunciation is the same. So, I mean, we have a different accent, but it's flavor, color, savor. It's only a spelling difference with these. So O-R or O-U-R. So if you're ever writing something and you're not sure, technically both are correct, right?
Yeah.
And as American, I understand if you put O-U-R, that's fine. I'm sure Bernie, if they just put O-R, you know that word.
We know that we don't read it and not know the difference. So both are good to use.
So either one, guys, either one, you're good. Similarly, words that end in ER in American English end in RE in British English. So center maybe would be an example.
Center.
C-E-N-T-E-R, Bernie, C-E-N-T-R-E. Either way is correct. Do you have any other examples for that? The ER,
I don't have any, I'm trying to think of some. I don't have any written down.
Oh,
Center.
like a liter of water.
A liter and meter maybe as well. Meter.
Yeah. So let's see, color, flavor, favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Benjab, you've got that one correct as well with the Y-S-E.
Yep, and we're coming to that. Now, American English, I-Z-E, not Z, I-Z-E, Bernadette. British English, I-S-E. So do you realize that it is pronounced Z, not Z?
Whereas I would say realize the S sound, we don't have so much of a Z going on, but still the spelling, there's not much difference. This is something I would like to point out. This is the one exception in English where we will sometimes write with the I-Z-E. This is probably the most interchangeable spelling that you will see in Britain. So we tend to flip between these ones. I-Z-E, and yeah, more common than the other spelling differences.
All right, what about exercise? You're gonna spell with an S.
Exercise is definitely an I-S-E, at least for me. I don't see I-Z-E with this.
Right. You pronounce it as though it were a Z. Exercise.
Exercise. Yes, that does have a stronger Z sound now that you mention it.
Okay. All right, and then to get to Benjabs, Y-Z-E, which there's not a lot of words that end with Y-Z-E or the Y-S-E, but maybe an example would be analyze.
Or paralyze.
Paralyze, okay. So in Britain, you're gonna say paralyze with an S.
Yes.
Yeah, paralyze or analyze is definitely with a Z in American English. With that, I would probably look at that and say, no, that's incorrect, it's Z. But now that you've informed me, okay. Again, L, a single L, for example, I think you told me earlier, traveled.
Traveled. This is one where if I see a single L, it makes me feel physically uncomfortable. I need to put double L whenever I'm writing these words. So yes, traveled, the two L's come in the middle of the word in this case.
Okay.
We use double L.
You heard it first there, guys. If you don't want to make Bernadette feel uncomfortable, please put two L's in traveled. Now, yes, Bernie asked, traveled is a past tense verb because that ends with ed. So is that rule present, or sorry, is that rule for the present as well, or only for the past?
So it is not for the present. So we will just use a single L in this case. If we're using a continuous form, we will use a double L as well.
Okay, so for a continuous form or for a past tense form, you're going to double the L.
Yes, we are.
Would that apply for something like shovel?
Shoveled, yes, we would still use a double L for that.
And in American English, just the one L. We just add ed. So good to know.
And
all
yes,
right.
as Avril said, labeled as well. The same rule applies.
Okay. Yeah. See, there you go. In American English, not necessary. Just the one L. All right. And then this last one, ENSE in American English versus ENCE in British. Do you have some examples there? Because really the only thing I can think of is maybe incense.
Incense, that's not on my list, but I also have defense or defense, as you would say, and I also have license or
Yeah.
offense, or you would say offense. I think.
Yeah, because
Offense.
about American football, we have defense and offense.
Rugby for the win, always.
Oh, but we also have.
American football, that's not a real sport.
What did you just say?
Rugby. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I like rugby, but if you're going to say that American football is not a real sport, those are fighting words, okay?
Okay, I'm game. Bring it on. Bring it on.
I might be a Red Sox fan, and I might be moving to Boston,
Put the hat on.
but I'm also a New England Patriots fan, and Tom Brady is the best that there ever was, okay? The best. So let's not go there. Let's not go there, Bernadette. Let's not. I just
We'll see.
Hey, good job. All right. Let's see. There's a question here. What about the international exams like IELTS or TOEFL? Are they so strict about the spelling differences? Because maybe we can mix them. That's actually a really good question. Bernie, do you know about the IELTS or the TOEFL? I don't think is so strict, but TOEFL is typically required for Australia, New Zealand, England. So if you're taking TOEFL, I'm probably going with the British spelling.
Yeah, I think with the IELTS, I think generally they would prefer a British variant. But as you said, the TOEFL is more globally accepted, I would say. So maybe depending on your country that you're going for, if you're going for Australia or New Zealand, maybe it would be best to start practicing the British spelling.
No, and I would agree with that. If you're applying for a university or a scholarship or even a job in the United States, stick to that American spelling. But yeah, if you're going for the UK, damn, that hurts as a Vikings fan. Guys, sorry. The Vikings are good too. I mean, I'm not anti-Vikings, but Patriots. Come on, man. I'm Boston. So hopefully next year I can go to a Patriots game. Yeah, the same about Cambridge. If you're taking a Cambridge placement exam, I would definitely recommend doing the British.
British, for sure.
So I think pronounce a little of water. Bernie,
Okay,
again.
Jose, here it comes. Get ready. Water. And I will say it one more time. Water.
I'm sorry, it just sounds like this. And I know I have to write backwards, but here. This is how Bernie says water. You see that? With an H? No? Oh, no, you see that?
That would be water. Water.
Water.
Based on your spelling. Water.
It's like water. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Skull, sneakers. Okay. What is the difference between shoes, sports shoes, and sneakers? Actually, really good question. In there, we say shoes, sports shoes, sneakers, or tennis shoes. Bernadette is probably going to say.
We have variants. So sneakers would be trainers. I think like what was the last one that you said? What was the last shoe that you said?
Sneakers.
Training shoes or something. Tennis shoes.
Yeah, we say tennis shoes.
We sometimes say plimsolls, the smaller sort of trainer, we call a plimsoll.
I have never
Is
heard
that
that.
new? Jesse's learning something new here. We sometimes call them plimsolls.
Wait, what was the word? Plimp souls?
Plimsolls.
So you're talking the sole, like the sole of the shoe.
It's a less chunky sneaker. I'll send you a picture of a plimsoll today, I promise.
Because loud, it almost sounds like maybe a nickname of mine, like Pimp Soul, because I'm a pimp.
No, it's plimsoll.
Pimp Soul. That's crazy. Bernie, do you know much about the Cambridge test? We were getting a question about that. And the test of Cambridge?
Is
No?
there a specific question about the Cambridge test? About the spelling?
Question would probably be, yeah, if you're spelling it.
Yeah,
Bernie,
if you're doing a British-based exam, especially the Cambridge, I would definitely stick to your British variants of spelling, 100%.
okay. Fernanda Matatal, I see. What about ain't? Bernie, do you?
I ain't done with it.
You use ain't? You don't.
No, I think it's ain't. We do. I ain't done yet. Stop
Yeah.
me.
Ain't is just used to say like I'm not, it isn't, it ain't, I ain't. Like
Yeah, we use it for I am not, mainly.
why do you call yourself a pimp, Lord Jesse? It's just to help my ego, really. In difficult times of quarantine, I need to give myself an ego boost. So I call myself a pimp, a king, a lord. No.
You'd be welcome in England with the title Lord Jesse.
Yeah, if I lived in England, and I actually I have Scottish ancestry, and I have read an article, a 1 meter plot of land in Scotland, and received the title.
My dad has one of these. He got this as a joke about 5 years ago for his birthday. It's true. You can be a Lord of Scotland.
Doing it. I'm doing it. All right. I'm going to do this. It's going to happen. All right. Hey, B, today it's Friday. Bernie, you got a question?
Yes, Nrrivas. It's Friday, isn't it? Yeah, it's Friday.
Hey, B, today is Friday, isn't it?
And Adriana, I'm sorry, I can't see this, I can't read this very well, but quarantine.
Oh, we say it the same way. Quarantine.
Quarantine.
Or if you're from my part of the country, it might sound like people say corn-teen. Quarantine. So, really, that's...
Quarantine. You have no corn in the United States.
Oh, we're in quarantine. This is terrible. We're in quarantine. It's like, what? Quarantine. Yeah. Thanks for answering my question. No, don't feel appalled. I'm just joking, guys. Just joking. This is not anything serious. Is there an American variation?
And about my liege as well. That I think in Narnia 2, you hear someone say my liege instead of my lord. So this is just another title which is similar to my lord, but it can be applied to many different high up roles within medieval society. My liege.
Right. So pay attention to that because these words, well, lord is still used today, but liege is not very common. That's mostly what we're going to see in the
back in the old centuries, but it's good to know.
Yeah, and the word lord in American English typically refers to a religious person. So typically just Jesus. In England, they're going to use it as a title for a landowner. All right, or it's anybody of nobility, right? A lord?
Yeah, definitely nobility.
Like me.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between quarantine and lockdown? No, not really. What's your... I don't know Oklahoma, if that's what you're asking. Mix this live with the last one, please.
to your question, do you prefer the word bummed or gutted? Hands down, gutted. This packs more of a punch for me. I can be like, oh, I'm gutted.
Yeah. I use more American English. It's more understandable for me. We're getting a mix this with the last one. Do you want to go over some curse words in England?
Or you can do, as long as there are no young children or ears in the room. So cover your children's ears.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite curse words is what might be equivalent to wanker. We say tosser. You're a bloody tosser. Stop driving like an idiot.
Well, and I would just probably say idiot. So if somebody goes out without a mask, would you call them a wanker or a tosser?
Probably a tosser. I think tosser is slightly more acceptable to shout across the street than wanker, for example.
But they can be used synonymously, correct?
Yes, if you think of the action of tossing, then you will understand.
Okay. So yeah, in American English, I'm just going to say you're an idiot or you're a moron, you're a jackass. Yeah, any of those. Or wanker, tosser. Bernie, on the note of curse words, in England, I know it's really, really common that you all use the word bloody, like a lot.
Yes.
Significance of bloody, because in American English, bloody would translate to Spanish as sangrante, like it's full of blood. How is that in British English?
So we don't have the same connotation with that. We don't think of flying horrible red blood everywhere. This is just a way to sort of emphasize another curse word. We usually add it at the beginning of another curse word. So we'll say, this is bloody stupid, or this is bloody awful. We use it to describe another negative word, normally, to bring it some emphasis.
Right, because I hear bloody hell. Like that's
yes, Ron Weasley style, as it has just been recognized. Very Harry Potter.
Bloody hell. Yeah.
Yes, bloody hell.
Bloody is just used as an emphasis. All right. And bollocks, you use how?
Yes. So if my dad hits his head on the shelf, he'll go, bollocks. This is just an in-the-moment curse word that we normally use when we hurt ourselves.
Okay.
I don't know. This is normally the situation.
Damn or shit. Yeah, probably, ow, shit, ow, or damn. Now, I know one word, and that it's probably my favorite curse word, and if there is anybody else watching, actually we only have 2 minutes left, so I'm not going to get to it. Guys, start leaving us some votes. Can everybody start putting a flag in there?
Please put the flag of who has won today's rounds. Please, British flags. British flags, please.
If this was enjoyable for you, then let us know, and maybe next month we're gonna get back together and discuss these different. When I say flags, I mean who won? United States.
Who won?
England. Oh, okay. I see two British flags.
British flags. Thank you.
Yeah, England. All right. Oh.
Thank you, Emma.
Okay. We teach everything. We teach slang, we teach profanity, we teach verbs. English is all encompassing, and we leave nothing off of the table. That's how we do dynamic, and that's why we are dynamic. Speaking of, if you want more information, please check out our videos on YouTube. There are a lot of them with me and Bernadette interacting the way we. Check out our Instagram. You're probably already on there. Also listen to that podcast, Coffee with Gringos. Really good stuff. And contact us for classes. Bernie, I don't know.
You are getting a lot of love.
I'm seeing a lot of love. Thanks, guys.
I'm seeing a lot of British flags. Thank you.
Okay, so I think maybe we're just going to have to call this one a tie. Yeah.
Okay. I did win the last one, so I'll give this to you.
All right. Until the next time, guys, we have 8 seconds left, so we're out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your weekend, stay safe, and wear your mask.